Right, trying to fit racing harnesses. The previous owner basically built a show car, didn't fit the harnesses properly. Previous owner actually put them in these holes here. I think these are like M6 or M8, so had there been an accident they would have just pulled straight out of these mounting points here. These are not designed for harness mounts at all, but that was what he did. So what I'm trying to do is actually mount it in a way that makes it safe for the track. As I say, previous owner, he had them looped over the strut bar, and then he had them bolted in. You can see it's these. It's large enough for an M10, but he had it bolted on here like that, M6. So clearly not safe, incorrect, and I'm looking for a safer option, basically a proper option that's not going to get me kicked out of any track events or track days, whatever, if it gets scrutineered or even MOT. To be honest, I don't know how that passed an MOT. So I've obviously got the harness mounting points. Unfortunately, again, previous owner somehow has managed to snap off an M10 bolt in here. So obviously I could use a stud extractor. I might be able to get in there, center punch it, drill it, use a stud extractor. Unfortunately there's no power at the garage, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to use a stud extractor and get that bolt out without any power at the garage, and without obviously a car that can be legally driven to my home where there is power. Looks like the other mounts are okay. Okay. I'm using one here as as an earthing point for the battery, but I could use that as well. I know there's obviously options regarding harness bars and so on. I know you can get harness bars. The only problem is that these Sparco harnesses, they don't have the clips on them. They are a solid mount. I had a pair of harnesses once where you could just quick release them. You know, you could kind of like click them on. There was like a little sprung catch on them. They were really good, but the Sparco ones don't seem to have them. So that's a problem as well. So even if I could get the bolt out of there, the Sparco ones would mount like that, which I don't know, I'm not sure how great that is. Or maybe even directly from the back of the seat, and just mount them directly into there. But of course that all depends on me being able to get the stud out. Also regarding, I mean, I could loop them around the strut bar, I guess, but obviously these don't come apart. This is all fixed. This doesn't open up in any way. Or I could take the strut bar off and loop the strut bar through there, but the trouble is the angle is just a bit dodgy. And the other problem is, again, previous owner fitted these straps, and here we can see the floor mount. Now my understanding is that this is also incorrect, because in an accident obviously there's a lot of strain on these, and he's mounted it flush with the floor like that. It's able to rotate. He's obviously got one of them spacers on it, but I'm still pretty sure it's supposed to, these are supposed to mount like that on some sort of you know, holder. So I guess I could get the big rings that bolt in there, big rings, but then I guess how am I going to fit big rings onto this, because obviously the ring bolts are solid and I've got no clip on here, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. Yeah, so I need some ideas basically.